in order to have that mindset, in order to really sit down and think about that, you have to create space. You have to create that space either in an employee's time in the office or teach and encourage employees how to create that space for themselves outside of the office or at home. And it's not long.
Because employees में जिनको awareness नहीं थी insurance की, बहुत ज़्यादा details में वो लोग नहीं जाते थे, day to day में थे, they became more aware of the entire proposition, they became more fitness aware.
Executive wellness retreats, like I received in Karachi, where they have a panel of experts and trainers actually teaching executives like us about wellness in a 2-day retreat. So this one was I got for the Arabian Sea Country Club.
Hello everyone, welcome to Wisdom Bites by Aisha Sethi, brought to you by Smart Benefits. As you know, I'm eager to translate my offline relationships into online ones and bring to you people and experts who are able to motivate you and inspire you to think differently about yourself and others so that you may outgrow, outlearn, and outperform. The purpose of these podcasts is to energize and encourage you to make yourself and your workplaces happier, healthier, and more successful. So today's topic is actually about inspiring a happier, healthier you by encouraging a culture of wellness both at your home and at your organization, and most importantly, learning all the different ways in which you can take care of your health and well-being. The approaches we are going to talk today are all about taking proactive charge of your health and wellness, and not the reactive one as it's typically practiced by functional medicine, in which, we get sick and then we go to the doctor and then we get treated for whatever we are sick for. So the proactive approach is to prevent you from getting sick, taking charge of your health and wellness on a day-to-day basis so that you remain healthy, inspired, and energized. So today our guests are both experts in the field of healthcare, wellness, and human resources. So we have, first of all, with us Dr. Amara. Dr. Amara is actually a doctor by profession.
Yes.
And she started her journey with her pharmaceutical company and moved on to EFU Life Assurance, where she's heading the wellness segment. And that's quite an interesting transition. You started off as a doctor and then, you made that journey.
Yeah.
Next, we have Jalal Karamali. He heads human resources at EFU Life Assurance. And he's been there in human resources since more than a decade now. I think around 15 years? 15 to 20 years. I think it's more than around 2 decades, basically. Almost. And Jalal is all about exploring innovative approaches to human resources and how we can design our workplaces in ways which inspire productivity in employees. So I'm very excited to welcome both of you on board.
Thank you.
And starting with you, Dr. Amara, would just like to know a bit about how you started off your career as a doctor, and then you transitioned into insurance. You were handling claims, you mentioned.
Right.
And now you are looking after wellness. So just share a bit about your journey.
The first part of your question is very interesting, and that's something I'm asked upon very often. कि doctor हो के why the transition into corporate, and then corporate maybe why insurance, and then why this transition into wellness now, heading the department of claims for over a decade now. So it was interesting. I started off as a doctor, and of course it was very enriching, let's say, and it was a very interesting journey. But then I decided maybe Pakistan का health care में वो वाले issues हैं fundamental जो जब तक address नहीं होंगे, maybe I did not fit in as a doctor there. I wanted to deliver my best, but maybe I did not have the right opportunities and the kind of setup that I wanted from that, the entire जो आप सोच के आते हैं कि आपको health care में ये वाली सारी वो चीज़ें चाहिए जो आप change एक लाना चाह रहे हैं. Unfortunately, पाकिस्तान के health care में वो वाली चीज़ें नहीं हैं. And then of course transitioning into role as a wife and as a mother also. So corporate life suited me more because as soon as I graduated, I got married and then I had a kid very soon. So it all transitioned into something which made corporate more lucrative for me. and I felt I could contribute more into that area. So I started off with a pharmaceutical company. I worked there for a couple of years, and then I took a career break having my second child. And then interestingly, I joined insurance because again, that was the kind of corporate life that suited me primarily, to be very honest here. But then again, once I was in it, I thought I could contribute a lot more here, being the person that I am. And of course, I was taking care of the claims area. So that was something very close to my heart also, being able to help people, because doctors mein wo ek fundamentally wo wali element hota hai, we want to help people as much as we can. So that was one avenue that enabled me कि मैं help कर सकूँ लोगों की by processing the claims and everything. And then when this opportunity came up recently, this was, by the way, a very recent transition जो January में हुआ है. So then again, the entire proposition was very interesting. The wellness space that we want to get into as an organization was a very propelling idea. I wanted to explore this, and I wanted to be a part of that vision of the company, which we want to take, कि हम wellness and well-being and health को as an organization हर पाकिस्तानी के पास लेके जाना चाह रहे हैं. So that again aligned with my entire, आपने ज़िंदगी में जो कुछ करने का सोचा हुआ होता है, तो that proposition came as an excellent opportunity to actually explore that. So that's how the transitions kept on happening, and it's been an excellent 8 months so far. So yeah, let's see.
Fantastic. And Jalal, so maybe you can share a bit about your journey as well, and what really energizes you and makes you so passionate about practicing the spirit of human resources, which is typically not the case. So if you can just share.
I'm an MBA from IBA. I graduated, and I'm going to say what year. That will date me.
That's okay with us.
Sahi hai. I've had an eclectic career. I've worked in vehicle tracking, in fleet management, in vehicle security. I've worked in media and production. I've worked as a management consultant. Or management consulting mein is when I actually fell into HR. I started out as a business and strategy consultant mostly. And then I started getting involved in more and more HR consulting projects, and wahan pe phir then I delivered on a lot of HR consulting projects. And then from there, HR hote hue dekha in multiple sectors, multiple industries, multiple countries. And I felt that HR in Pakistan needs a model and a framework for HR for Pakistanis. Something that works well in our companies here, हमारे माशरे में, हमारे लोगों के लिए, and that you can deliver high quality international standard HR, but by doing it not by copying what's happening दूसरे मुल्कों में, MNCs में, what's happening in the West, but by retaining the lessons that they have learned, but executing it in a way that makes sense for Pakistan. That makes me very passionate about the work I do.
That's very well articulated. कि usually हम लोगों की tendency है to copy ideas and just implement them straight off. Article पढ़ा, अगले दिन motivate होके आया कि इसको implement करना है. Wellness के बारे में काफ़ी ज़्यादा बात होने लगी है. There's been a lot of chat about wellness होनी चाहिए, but I think not everybody is on the same page regarding what wellness is. So since you're heading the wellness segment, Dr. Amara, can you share how you have researched on wellness and how should wellness be understood in a very holistic way, including your sleep, exercise, nutrition, and multiple other categories?
And for the purposes of our audiences, in a very simplistic way, let's say. Wellness, so okay, it's not a new concept, of course. अगर हम वेस्ट की बात करें तो उसमें maybe for years they've been talking about wellness, well-being, और मतलब उन चीज़ों पे बहुत actively काम भी होता है और उन चीज़ों पे actively noise भी बहुत ज़्यादा है. But yes, you're absolutely right कि पाकिस्तान में increasingly अभी कुछ recent years में ये trends शुरू हुए हैं. Gen Zs are more woke, what we say, and then they are online all the time, so they know what's happening around. They're very well aware of what's happening around, and they're very well aware within themselves also. So they're more aware of their bodies, they're more aware कि मेरी mental health और वो मतलब if I speak of my experience, my 10-year-old would come up to me and say कि जी मेरी mental well-being का ख्याल रखें, this is not good for my mental health and things like that. So it's a very interesting concept, and that's primarily, I think, मेरा personal जो कहते हैं opinion ये है कि it's because of the increasing जो awareness बढ़ गई है हमारी लोगों में, हमारी कौम में. So it's not, again, not just the Gen Zs that are talking about it, everyone. Corporate level पे भी we are adopted it as strategies. So वो चीज़ें ट्रांसलेट होकर घर में जाती हैं. We think about this in a corporate level, फिर वो लेके हम जब घर जाते हैं, that translates into, घर पे वो conversations होती हैं. So increasingly वो concept बढ़ता जा रहा है, and it's very encouraging. So again, as I say, as a doctor, it's very encouraging for me to see people talking about their health, their wellness on the whole. So अगर हम उस concept की बात करें और उसको simplify करने की कोशिश करें, तो wellness is the well-being of your entirety. And it's not just mental, it's not just physical. It covers the financial aspect also. It covers your social aspects also. The more engaged you are with your peers, the more engaged you are at the workplace. So वो सारी चीज़ें at the end of the day translate into living an enriched and a fulfilled life. And that should primarily be the the reason of your existence. कि आप अपने आप को, you put yourself first, you take care of yourself first, so that you are able to take care of others also. So वो कहते हैं ना, आप खुद सही नहीं होगे और आप खुद उस perfect state में नहीं होगे, तो उस perfect state में नहीं हुए बगैर आप दूसरों की भी शायद help नहीं कर पाओगे, exhaust हो जाओगे, burn out हो जाओगे. So on a corporate level also, it's very encouraging to see more and more companies are focusing on that. A lot of organizations actually have wellness budgets now that they take care of their employees. हमने as an organization इस चीज़ को adopt किया, and we are going to talk about it further going ahead also. But as a concept, it's the entirety of your well-being, be it social, be it mental, be it physical, be it spiritual, as we had discussed earlier, or be it financial also. So हर aspect से आप cover करें, हर aspect से आप अपने आप को पहले रख के अपने उन सारे aspects का ख्याल रखें, so that you live a fulfilled life, and at the end of the day you're not burnt out, and at the end of the day you're making yourself a priority. So that's encompassing the entire concept of wellness basically.
कि आपने सिर्फ survive नहीं करना जिंदगी में,
अच्छी जिंदगी
thrive करना है, grow करना है, and then that covers all aspects.
Absolutely.
अच्छा, usually मैंने notice किया है कि although people are aware कि हमारे लिए ज़रूरी है, एक्सरसाइज ज़रूरी है, क्वालिटी ऑफ स्लीप ज़रूरी है, एवरीथिंग इज़ नेसेसरी, बट व्हेन इट कम्स टू द बिजी डे टू डे लाइफ्स, वो फॉर समहाउ एक्शन इज़ मिसिंग इन टर्म्स ऑफ एक्चुअली टेकिंग केयर ऑफ योर वेल बीइंग. और फिर कोई सिम्टम आता है तो फिर वो इग्नोर करते हैं कि अच्छा नहीं, कुछ नहीं है, देखा जाएगा बाद में, दिस काइंड ऑफ. एंड व्हेन इट स्टार्ट्स एक्सप्लोडिंग, दे आर लाइक ओके, नाउ आई थिंक वी शुड पे अ विजिट टू द डॉक्टर. आई मीन दैट सॉर्ट ऑफ रिएक्टिव mindset
approach
is pretty much
exists
there. So Jalal, what are your 2 cents on why wellness is important, and why it should be a mindset in its own, like something which is part of our day-to-day lives?
Okay. Speaking from an HR or from an employee perspective, it's a tough question, क्योंकि हमारी नज़र वो इतनी आगे जाती नहीं है. And as you very rightly said, हम आज इस वक्त के काम में इतने घुमे हुए होते हैं कि भाई वो आगे की जो impact है वो हमें नज़र नहीं आते. उसके लिए, in order to have that mindset, in order to really sit down and think about that, you have to create space. You have to create that space either in an employee's time in the office, or teach and encourage employees how to create that space for themselves outside of the office or at home. And it's not long. It's just 5 minutes, 10 minutes of introspective time. जब आप अपने बारे, and just do a simple check-in with yourself. How am I feeling right now in my body? How am I feeling right now? What emotions am I currently experiencing? Is my body tense or am I relaxed? Is my heart pounding? Do I really need that cigarette? For example, since speaking as an ex-smoker, yes. And if you just do that simple check on yourself, how am I in my body for just 5 minutes in the day, whether you do it in the office, you do it in your cafeteria, you do it outside at the khoka, you do it in the bathroom, or you do it at home, but just take those 5 minutes, you just really feel and experience yourself, your well-being in that moment. That makes you aware of a lot of things about yourself that you didn't even know. कितनी दफ़ा हुआ है कि आप घर गए and you laid down and you realized, oh no, I had no idea my feet were hurting so much. होता है नहीं होता, right? But that actually, what you don't realize is that your feet, neck, and shoulders are actually where you carry a lot of stress. And so what you're basically seeing isn't just physical fatigue, that's signs of stress. And stress is a mental state as well as an emotional one, and it has a physical manifestation in your body. So when you start paying attention to these signs, and it's just a simple 5-minute check-in that you do with yourself. How am I breathing? How is my body feeling? What am I feeling right now? Just these 3 things. When you start doing these things, then you start noticing, and then you start creating and developing the mindset. If you leave it for people to realize the importance of it, वो immediately नहीं आएगा. That's a process, that's a journey. उस पे time लगेगा. First, more importantly, you have to get people, and yes, our employees, to first see themselves as how they are in the moment on a day-to-day basis. And then the mindset will come from that.
And जैसे in most of the emotional intelligence programs that are conducted, उसमें जो एक critical component है, that is self awareness. कि knowing
yourself, right.
knowing yourself and being very aware of who you are, as Jalal mentioned,
Right.
in a present state of mind, or the kind of emotions that you're experiencing and how do you feel at that point. So that self-awareness is, I think, the
first step.
the starting point for a lot of other things.
Absolutely.
And क्योंकि हम लोगों का थोड़ा collectivist culture है, मैंने नोट किया है कि एक self sacrifice की tendency है कि pouring from an empty cup, basically कि नहीं मेरा तो कुछ नहीं, बस you know my kids should be okay, my spouse should be okay, the family should be okay, अपने आप को एक sideline कर देना. तो वो realization is very important, that for them to be okay and actually enjoy your presence and your and have a good quality of life, it's very important for you to be okay. तो pouring from an empty cup, as you mentioned, Dr. Amara, कि वो हम लोगों का थोड़ा सा mindset है. And that's very important to put yourself first, and that's not selfish. हम समझते हैं कि हम selfish हैं, हम दूसरे को ignore करें, it doesn't work that way. तो वो थोड़ी सी rectify करने की सोच में जो है, it's very important to rectify that mindset. So Jalal, since you have been proactively investing in a lot of human resource initiatives, which are quite innovative, and I know that EFU Life,
it's EFU.
And EFU Life is usually the first ones to take initiatives in the area of human resources, which are innovative and which nobody else is doing. So for other employers, if you were to talk about why should they be investing in wellness for their employees, or why should not they be investing in wellness, like
इस पे अभी podcast recording से पहले अभी बात हो रही थी.
You might have to repeat that entire script.
Okay, let's just address the elephant in the room. Wellness program करना है, आय हाय, time लगेगा, पैसे लगेंगे, return क्या मिलेगा? So my response to that isn't, you're looking at wellness entirely the wrong way then. Wellness, and especially the wellness of your employees, the people who are doing the work that are making your top line and your bottom line happen, it's not a question of can I afford to have it. It's more of a question of can I afford not to. And there's 2-3 reasons for that. Number one, as what Dr. Amara was pointing out, and as you also alluded to, the generation that's coming up now, the future managers, the future employees, the future leaders, are all very finely aware and attuned to this concept. And और ये हम HR में देखते हैं, हम recruitment में देखते हैं, employees जब आते हैं, they don't just ask in the interview process कि भाई वो पैसे कितने मिलेंगे. Now they're asking, how does the company contribute to me as a person, to my well-being? We are now receiving, or आजकल के हालात देख लें, we now receive very insightful and pertinent questions about healthcare and health insurance. And with the grace of God, EFU Life actually has very comprehensive programs around that we can now offer to potential job seekers in the market. So there is that. Your future headcount that's coming in is looking for this. Number one, your current headcount. उनके लिए you are already spending that money on insuring them, on insuring their lives. आप उनको OPD दे रहे हैं, आप उनको hospitalization cover दे रहे हैं, hopefully, as all good companies should. You're covering their spouse, you're covering their children, maybe even their parents. Number one. Number two, आप उनकी training पे पैसे खर्च कर रहे हैं, आप engagement surveys कर रहे हैं. What wellness as a corporate concept is that it takes all these things that companies are already doing and you're already spending money on, and it provides a more holistic framework called wellness and well-being and makes that a part of your total compensation and your total reward.
Can you elaborate on that?
पहले जब ये physical wellness etc. ये सब चीजें आई थी, it used to be called employee assistance programs. आगे से फिर बात आगे बढ़ी, it became a part of your became a part of your total comp. Then it became a part of your total reward. Now, what we see now, what's happening is that wellness is seen as an entire holistic concept that's a part of the overall employee experience. Usme, how engaged is an employee with the company? That's a part of organizational wellness. That's a part of social wellness. Does a employee feel that they are in a community of fellow colleagues, that they are in a team? Do they buy the company's vision and mission? That's a part of organizational wellness. Employee health. Do they have meaningful social relationships at work? Dost yaar hain company mein ke nahi? And then, do they feel valued and recognized for the work they're doing? ये सब चीजें, we would put them into our engagement survey और हम उनको engagement level पे देखेंगे without realizing that there is an even bigger, wider arena of social and organizational wellness at work that has an impact on that. And all these things that you need to make employees feel like they're a part of a team, that their work is valued, that the company values them, that the company wants to look after them, is helping them realize their potential, is investing in them and training them. हम training and development डाल देंगे, budget में डाल देंगे, लेकिन wellness में नहीं डालेंगे. Wellness is not something separate. Wellness covers all of these things. So my answer to that second part of your question is, can I afford it? My answer to that is, you already are. You're already spending that money on that. What the concept of wellness does is it takes all these things that you are already doing, hopefully, and provides you with a way of putting them together in a way that is more valuable, more meaningful for your employee, and actually helps them thrive, to bring out their potential. That helps with the on-the-job performance. It helps with teamwork, because if you look after your people will look after you. And that has a direct line impact on your top and your bottom line.
And I think that's like the cornerstone of like everything that we've been talking about, because if we are profit-making entities, we all want that our organizations thrive, they make profit.
ऐसे ही है.
And that's not going to happen on its own. So, you hire people, you hire talent, the talent works for you, and you want that talent to deliver to the best of its potential.
True.
And that is also not enough. Skill set is one thing, being motivated, inspired and energized is
It's
another
very
thing
important,
altogether.
and for this generation it's very important.
And motivation is just not about motivational speeches and motivational
No.
sessions.
Yeah.
People need to feel at a deeper level
Exactly.
that the organization is making a meaningful mark in their lives. The organization actually cares for
Cares
them.
for you.
And
Absolutely.
And the work that
That's
they're
the
doing
most
is
important
meaningful. That I'm not coming into the office and say कि भाई मैं बस entry कर रहा हूँ, मैं entry pass कर रहा हूँ, and I'm doing my menial tasks. The work that I'm doing is actually having an impact, that I'm contributing in some way. That search more and more as we look at and we pay attention to people, specifically millennials and more and more Gen Zs also. They are looking for ways in which to have an impact. Companies के पास CSR budgets होते हैं, right?
yeah.
But if you can take some part of that CSR budget And instead of, say, writing a check and giving it to an NGO, you take that part of your CSR budget and do an activity that involves the employees. And then you show them that you matter, the work you do matter. You show that how the employees' on-ground activities has a social impact. And how that then ties up and lines up with your business. Like here, we are in the business of health. We are in the business of protecting your health and your life. That, if you can show that to an employee, that is meaningful at a very spiritual level. And if you can even just teach people, कि भाई आपने जिंदगी से सिर्फ लेना नहीं है, आप आए हो देने के लिए. As you can say, you can't pour out of an empty cup. आपका कप भरा हुआ होगा तो फिर आप कुछ दोगे. और जब आप दोगे, उसमें जो satisfaction है, उसमें जो अजर है, और obviously सवाब का काम भी है, that is more meaningful at a deeply spiritual level. And that is something companies can enable very easily.
I mean, and that makes so much personal sense to me, because I mean, one of my motivation of doing these podcasts is to drive some sort of impact.
Right.
अक्सर लोगों से अब जब बात करते हैं about impact, so they're like, you know, you're figuring out a way to leave Pakistan, and you know, यहाँ कोई future नहीं है. But we need to think about it that 265 million people cannot leave Pakistan.
True.
And you know, since we are here, we have to make things work. We have to find a way to make things work for ourselves and for others.
And you have to introspect to see what you can contribute to this,
Yeah.
instead of just running away from the situation and actually trying to create a change that would impact the lives of others. So इसी conversation को थोड़ा सा आगे लेते हुए अगर हम देखें तो probably it just sums out to the two aspects of wellness, which is एक personal wellness, कि आप खुद इंट्रोस्पेक्शन करके देखो कि आप कहाँ पर हो, आपका वेलबींग का स्टेटस क्या है, वो जो हम अवेयरनेस की बात कर रहे थे. एंड ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल लेवल पे भी हम देखें तो देन अगेन द अवेयरनेस कम्स इन, and then probably the strategy and the intent comes in. कि organizational level पे probably this is the time the organizations need to decide कि I need to invest in my people and I need to invest in the well-being of theirs. So it's not just the monetary compensation that is going to keep my workforce engaged, like Jalal said. It's going to be the entire package that's going to be attract the totality of what you're the providing to the employees that are coming in. So I think organizational level पर जब आप वो strategy को एक दफ़ा align कर लोगे, then is when you start to bring about that change. और जैसे आप awareness की बात कर रहे हो तो आप maybe ongoing basis पे, it's not just a one day program कि हमने awareness का session कर दिया जी wellness पर और वो हो गया और 3 महीने में सब लोग भूल गए. It's an ongoing strategy. घंटे भी भूल गए, okay? So it's an ongoing strategy and it has to be that way कि whoever is leading that initiative has to have that certain amount of passion. And then at the same time it's going to be an ongoing approach कि आप daily नहीं तो आप weekly कुछ ना कुछ ऐसा कर रहे हो अपने employees के साथ कि they are told कि the company cares for you. And look, we are having those conversations around your wellness, and that is, I think, something we as an organization have done, and we have tried to create that impact कि हम maybe वही बात है कि रोज़ाना नहीं तो हम weekly basis पे, और वो हम we are having those conversations with our employees, and it's kind of a joint initiative between HR and well-being, of course, because they go hand in hand. But there have been a lot of amazing initiatives that we have taken in the recent months also, or ongoing basis पे we have seen results. So हमने pre-surveys भी किए थे, we had those activities, and then हमने post-surveys भी किए, and the results were astonishing. The people actually turned up and said, we felt much better after those activities and engagements compared to how we felt before. So I think it matters कि as an organization आप पहले उस approach को embrace करें, and then you translate it into everything that you do as a day-to-day basis.
And you have to decide as a company, what is your strategy towards your people? Absolutely. Do you want to care for them or not? Dr. Amar was talking about that survey, sorry. And one of the results that came out in the survey was related to mental health. We live in Karachi. Karachi is not an easy city to live in. Karachi में रहना मेहनत का काम है. आसान
एक्स्ट्रा सवाब है कराची में रहने का.
हम जन्नती हैं, कंफर्म जन्नती हैं
कराची रहने के लिए. And we saw a lot of employees, and specifically men, reporting a lot of anxiety and a lot of stress. और इस पे like we normally हमारे माशरे में ये होता है कि नहीं मर्द होना चाहिए, and you have to be strong,
किया जाता है, बात नहीं करनी इस बारे में,
जज्बात को दबा के रखो और ये वो. But then जब आप you scratch the surface open, and then you see that नहीं, even the men in society are really emotionally, spiritually struggling. And EFU Life now has, and we're very happy, we partnered with Saya Health, and we offer a mental and an emotional well-being platform. We call it Mindful Me, and it's available to all employees at company cost. And if you really feel that need to talk to someone, there are counselors and therapists available. You can just go there, book a platform. Go to that platform, book a session, book a multitude of sessions. It's completely private, completely confidential. Company को HR को कोई data नहीं आता. हमें it's there as a facility to look after our people. और जब मैं उसकी usage reports, अब तो physical in person sessions भी अब शुरू हो गए. तो आहिस्ता से हमें 1-1.5 साल लगा employees को बताने के लिए कि भाई ये चीज़ आपके लिए अवेलेबल है, आप इस्तेमाल कर सकते हैं. किसको मदद की ज़रूरत नहीं है. Everyone needs help with something. And here the company is giving you that platform and it's free to use. Go use it. And now we're slowly, especially after when Dr. Amara took over well-being, and that's when we really saw a lot more employees also suddenly start using it. And वो जो हमने survey results, जो survey Dr. Amara is talking about that we did with the employees, हमारा जो कंपनी टाउन हॉल हुआ था मार्च में, हमने वो सर्वे रिजल्ट्स डॉक्टर मारा shared them openly with the employees. And the CEO was on stage and he said, no, look, how you feel at work and how you're feeling at home, जो घर पे हो रहा होगा वो आप दफ्तर लेके आओगे.
बिल्कुल उसका कोई वो नहीं है.
And so if you are, अगर आपको किसी बात पे एंजाइटी है, स्ट्रेस है, ये बुरी बात नहीं है. B सबके साथ होता है. C जरूरी नहीं है कि आपने इसमें पूरी जिंदगी गुजारनी है. There is a way out. इसका इलाज है, इसका हल है. And then the company is providing for it. And do you know, men are using our mental health and well-being platform more than women. Men make up 65% of the usage.
Wow.
So you can see कि भाई हमारे माशरे में analysis, and men are also the majority of my headcount. So all of a sudden, and that's when you do this research, when you talk to your employees, अब आप अपने लोगों से ऐसे बात करें, either directly or through a survey, and you get these results in front of you, that's when you realize, A, how much need and demand there is for all elements of wellness to be looked at by companies, but also how much you can do and how easily you can do it and really have an impact on the employees. So I have to say what the wellness team did with that survey really yielded really positive results for us and for our employees.
And I wanted to ask you, Dr. Amara, that head of wellness is not exactly a position or a role that's really common, especially in corporate in Pakistan. So can you share with our audience what does your department do? How does it work with HR? And then we can take Jalal's take on it as well.
Definitely. So like you had mentioned earlier कि बहुत ज़्यादा नहीं होता, like this is a very unique position. पाकिस्तान में शायद हमने बहुत कम सुना होगा. While I was researching before joining into this I realized कि internationally तो again there are such positions, head of well-being, head of but पाकिस्तान के लिए थोड़ा unusual था. तो I was asked this question by my family also, to be very honest, कि ये क्या करने जा रही हो तुम, ये क्या होता है head of wellness. तो I had to explain from घर पे भी मुझे explain करना पड़ा था थोड़ा. But when the proposition was discussed with me initially, और जो vision थे हमारे as an organization, they were brilliant. So वही बात है जो हम strategy की और उन सारी चीज़ों की बात कर रहे हैं. तो I think it all stems down to कि as an organization हमने ये decide किया कि हमें space में enter होना है. Wellness की, well-being की state एक space में enter होना है basically, not just for the employees but for the nation at large also.
Okay.
So it all stemmed from कि हमने एक telehealth consultation platform acquire किया था back in October 2023, and later in December or so we acquired the health insurance
in May 2024.
We acquired
first of May. Yeah.
So we acquired the health business also. So us as an organization stepping into those spaces जो हमने पहले कभी explore नहीं की थी, with health business coming in and in addition to the life business that we usually worked in, so it made sense for us to actually think about a level ahead. और फिर वही बात है कि जिस जनरेशन को हम केटर करने जा रहे हैं और जिस मार्केट के लिए हम रेडी होने जा रहे हैं इवेंचुअली, देर ऑल पीपल हु आर अभी से वो बात करनी शुरू हो गए हैं वेलनेस एंड वेलबींग के बारे में. तो एज एन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन हमें फ्यूचर रेडी भी होना था. एज एन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन हमें हेल्थ लाइफ से आगे बढ़कर वेलनेस की तरफ भी बात करनी थी. सो हम अक्सर प्लेटफॉर्म्स पर ही बात करते हैं कि EFU लाइफ का विजन है कि एवरी पाकिस्तानी इज़ इंश्योर्ड विद अस. This used to be the vision earlier, but with the establishment of this segment and with the decision of us stepping into this space, the vision has been broadened now, and now we aspire to not just insure every Pakistani. We now aspire to make sure that they're healthy also and they're happy also. So that's a very beautiful statement to actually relate to, and me being the spearheading that entire area and making sure that I help the organization reach that vision of theirs was a very exciting proposition, of course. So we are starting off with something. If I take the name now, so we have recently launched a proposition name that goes by the name of WIN. So WIN is our health, fitness, and wellness brand that we're launching. Or EFU Life में probably it's going to be the biggest brand launch, which is going to stand parallel to EFU. कि वो एक conventional business है, but this is our entry into health and wellness space.
Okay.
So WIN के through अभी we are starting with an individual life policy, but the entire plan and over the next few years is going to bring WIN into every household, one way or the other. And again, WIN is the platform through which we are going to ensure that every Pakistani is not just insured with EFU Life, they're also living a healthy, happy life. So this is the entire.
So what exactly is WIN? If I as a if as a consumer I were to ask that, what is WIN and how can I benefit from it?
All right. So for now, EFU Life WIN is the wellness brand of EFU Life, right? So we have started with an individual life product. हमारी जो एक conventional policy होती है उसी के साथ हमने WIN के benefits attach किए हैं, which are the wellness benefits. So the policy holder is not just insured, the policy holder is given an app access, and through that app we are trying to make sure that the policy holder stays healthy throughout the entire life cycle.
Okay.
So होता ये था कि conventionally policy insurance और life insurance की specifically जब आप बात करते थे तो वो फौरन एक death और वो वाला concept एक दिमाग में आता है. The conversation revolves around कि खुदा न खास्ता आपको कुछ हो गया तो आपकी फैमिली को ये बेनिफिट मिलेगा. दैट इज एंटायरली व्हाट इट ऑल सम्स डाउन टू, राइट? सो विथ WIN वी आर ट्राइंग टू चेंज दैट लैंडस्केप एंटायरली, एंड दैट इज व्हाट वी हैव बीन ट्राइंग टू टेल आवर सेल्स फोर्स आल्सो एंड टू एवरीवन आउट देयर आल्सो कि WIN के साथ हम वो कॉन्वर्सेशन ही चेंज कर रहे हैं. तो WIN के साथ वी आर नॉट ओनली इंश्योरिंग कि खुदा न खास्ता कुछ हुआ तो आपकी फैमिली को भी मिलेगा, वो एस्पेक्ट तो है ही, बिकॉज ऑफ कोर्स द इंश्योरेंस एस्पेक्ट इज देयर, बट ऑन टॉप ऑफ दैट आपकी ज़िंदगी के दौरान भी हाउएवर हेल्दी बिहेवियर्स दैट यू अडॉप्ट वी आर गोइंग टू रिवॉर्ड यू एक्चुअली. So this WIN policy has vouchers, long-term policy allocations, which are going to reward the policyholder for adopting healthy behaviors. So the app is going to actually remind them, आपने आज पानी नहीं पिया, आपने आज सही टाइम पे खाना नहीं खाया, and it's going to record your walks, it's going to record your heart rate when you engage in exercises, and it's going to reward you for that.
Okay.
So short-term, medium-term, long-term policy-linked rewards, and everything is attached to that. So we are basically encouraging a healthy behavior.
And is there a wearable which comes with it as well? For example, for heart rate and those.
It does not come with the policy. The users will have to have them for themselves.
Okay.
But it's going to, of course, be a part of the entire package because heart rate उसी के through record होके जाएगा और उसको फिर हम incentivize
And then you get like vouchers for like 30% off at what Khadi and.
No, we get 500.
Hopefully that तुमने वो देखा कि भाई मैंने Mother's Day पे क्या किया था इसलिए.
Hopefully that also, but for now हमें 500 के vouchers मिलेंगे. We have 3 platforms on the app, which are Daraz, Food Panda, and Careem.
Food Panda
is something very lucrative. Daraz is also, but yes, the user gets 500 के reward, and cumulative अगर हम reward की बात करें तो 2000 per month तक के rewards वो ले सकता है engaging in healthy behavior. So that rewards can then be redeemed onto the platforms that we're providing.
I hope that the app doesn't record when you're having a Aussie burger or something like that.
We haven't linked it. We haven't linked it yet. So yeah, we're not penalizing. So you might as well have a 50,000.
So you're just like rewarding, or you're not penalizing.
Checking.
So आप तुम्हारी ले करेंगे.
आप 50,000 का reward लेके, this has happened practically also. 50,000 का reward आपने ले लिया, 500 का voucher, और फिर आपने पराठे order किए उससे. So what we did as an organization, again something very new and something a lot. आपने जैसे बात की ना, EFU Life generally pioneers होते हैं बहुत सारी चीज़ों में. So this is something that we are pioneers of entering into this like a strategy कि हमने segment create किया और हम employees और अपनी population की सबकी बात करें. At the same time ये जो product, ये proposition, ये हमने जो brand launch की है वो अपने employees के साथ first की है.
Okay.
So as we speak, our employees have these policies and हमने एक subsidized amount में उनको ये policies दी थी to engage and promote healthy behavior. It was all linked to the overall strategy of the company, of course. So it was very interesting because employees में जिनको awareness नहीं थी insurance की, बहुत ज़्यादा details में वो लोग नहीं जाते थे, day to day में थे, they became more aware of the entire proposition, they became more fitness aware. और पर्सनली मैं भी अगर अपनी बात करूँ तो सिंस द टाइम आई हैड दिस पॉलिसी आई एम वेरी अवेयर कि मैं जिम ज़रूर जाऊँ, मैं हार्ट रेट अपना ऊपर रखूँ. वो दैट 500 का वाउचर शायद बात करने में इतना बड़ा नहीं लगे, बट वो एक्चुअली जब मिलता है ना तो दैट्स अ ह्यूज रिवॉर्ड. सो गिव्स मी यू नो मोर इंसेंटिव कि नहीं जिम मिस नहीं करना, मेरा आधा घंटा रह गया उस 500 के वाउचर के रिवॉर्ड.
लाइफस्टाइल नहीं रखना, just get up and walk, get up from your
so it's
screen.
awareness. It's awareness. The app is consistently pushing you to be a better version of yourself. Compared to the whatever you were before. So it's actually, it translates into something very, very big.
You know, personally speaking, and it's such a small little thing, now it's made me more aware of how much time I spent sitting.
Yeah.
I shocking. Like, no idea. And now what I try to do is, I've set up my smartwatch then, after, if I sit for too long
it nudges you.
or within an hour, it just buzzes on my wrist, and then I just get up, walk around, get some exercise. It helps with the steps. It just keeps me awake, and it's something I can do very easily at office.
And I was listening to this Dr. Shah today only, and he mentioned something very interesting, that your 10% increase in your sedentary lifestyle or sitting is linked to a 10% increase in your mortality rate.
True.
Like there's like a direct scientific correlation, especially jo mortality which is linked to heart disease or you know long-term disease. So ये हम underestimate करते हैं. We sometimes get fixated, just probably would get up after 2 hours just to go to the bathroom and then sit for 2 hours again. But we're slowly killing and
pushing ourselves further into that.
Exactly. So Jalal, since wellness and human resources are very closely linked and you're doing it for your customers, for your employees, so can you share how human resources can help the wellness initiative and how they're tied on together, and how do you actually drive such a thing in the organization? Let's say if I want to start something from scratch.
So HR departments are really good at mobilizing mobilizing their employees and communicating to employees en masse. Bringing a lot of employees together into a room, communicating with them, etc. The wellness team really helps HR departments bring the right message to the employees. So if the wellness team and Dr. Amara and her team, they really crafted an amazing, they didn't just have a message, they had an entire experience over, I think, 4 to 5 weeks.
Yeah.
For 4 to 5 weeks, there was an entire employee experience all throughout EFU Life. Just my talks thi, activities thi, we did Office Olympics.
Nice.
We did yoga, you know, all these things. HR is good, and what HR departments are good at is mobilizing employees and connecting employees to these experiences. And then automatically what happens is that employees immediately start seeing the value in it. You don't need to lecture to them. You don't need to put them into a training room and then have someone stand there and say, ye karo tumhare liye ye acha hai. But if you can craft your message into an experience and then have the HR department just bring the employee to that experience, that message starts sinking in. In fact, and it's not just EFU Life that did it, and I will give full marks and credit to Dr. Amara and her team for what they rolled out for all of the employees. I'd say it's one of the best employee programs we've ever had.
Wow.
And
I'm flattered.
Thank you. Well, and look at the results. Look at how many of our employees have taken the policy.
True.
They're now
it translated
they're now
into
on
something
win.
monetary also, let's say, but it also translated into better employee happiness, their engagement. So what we, elaborating further on this, what we did was we planned a wellness month for our employees.
Okay.
Like again, coming to that point that if your life likes to do things better and bigger and huger. So what we did was कि 1-2 दिन से काम नहीं चलेगा. अगर wellness को embed कराना है culture में, तो we'll have to do something very grand. So initially we took upon that responsibility and I came rushing to Jalal I need help क्योंकि हमने कर तो लिया commit कि as a team हम इसको देखेंगे but of course
I remember our brainstorming sessions.
Yeah, so we had a collaborative session and we brainstormed on a lot of ideas क्योंकि एक महीने के लिए employees को engage रखना आसान नहीं होता. And to tell you very honestly, जो पहला हमारा सेशन था जिसमें हमने we called everyone on office Olympics के लिए कैंटीन में बुलाया था सबको. I literally had nightmares the night earlier because मुझे ये था कि हमने कर लिया है सब हमने सारी तैयारी कर ली. What if nobody turns up? What if they say we are too busy to play these stupid games?
Olympics? What do they look like?
Yeah, and why would I go play games और मुझे बहुत काम है और वो. But the way people turned up, थोड़े से आए and there were hundreds of people in a cafeteria, mashallah से, wanting to play those games.
Grace of Allah, we had the space to accommodate them.
Yes, mashallah. And the kind of games that we had, musical chairs, flying an airplane, paper planes and lemon and spoons and all kinds of stupid games.
You know, it takes you back to your childhood.
I know, and a lot of people came to me afterwards and they said कि हमने शायद बचपन में किसी birthday party में musical chairs खेला था. And here we had a heads of departments and executive directors running after each other and doing musical chairs. So that first day
along with other employees as well.
Yes, you were there too. So, so yeah, that set the right example on day one. And then people started pouring in and people would anticipate कि अच्छा next event कब होगा. और क्योंकि ये पूरा month long था तो we made sure कि 2-3 दिन से ज़्यादा gap नहीं आए. And then we had these activities. So we have an in-house gym also. So some of the activities were based in gym because एक fitness brand और एक उस सारी चीज़ों की holistic well-being की बात करें तो physical aspect भी है. This was the social part. Physical part में we had then the gym challenges जिसमें हमारे बड़े-बड़े athletes निकल के आए and they use the weights and treadmills and what not. So हमें पता चला कि हमारी कितनी fit population है माशाल्लाह से. Then again we had these sessions and the yoga and all. और फिर finale के लिए हम लेके गए थे employees को to gaming arenas and what not. So that entire month was brilliant in terms of what I say success rate. I'm not bragging about it, but it really translated into good employee behavior and engagements.
And it's good for the culture, good for productivity.
Everything. And it was a very good start also.
You must have seen a lot of like tensions like simmer down and you know like positive relationships,
people used to look up,
vibe.
Yeah.
Especially environment में भी इतनी आजकल एक negativity
True.
overall
Stress इतना
हुई
है.
The stress is so much stress.
Absolutely.
It's very difficult to stay energized and to like work
So
productively.
people said because we had named that initiative Manic Mondays.
Manic
जिसमें
Mondays,
Manic
and then
Mondays
we
में
had
game
what,
Fitness Fridays,
Fitness
Terrific Tuesdays
Fridays,
and whatnot.
Okay.
So people actually said कि we know look forward to coming to the office on Mondays because हमें पता होता है कि वो एक घंटे हम जाके
more
games
Monday
खेलेंगे.
blues.
Yeah, games खेलेंगे सब करेंगे.
And that's fine क्योंकि I think वो एक टेंशन होती है कि भाई लोग काम करने के लिए आते हैं या तफरीह करने खेल कूद के लिए आते हैं. But you know what? The work got managed. The work gets done.
It gets done. If you're happier, you're getting it done in half an hour instead of 2.5 hours.
Yeah, instead of after every half an hour, you're getting up from your seat to talk to a colleague, you know.
You'd rather, spend that time bonding and everything.
Just achieve your objectives.
And your physical needs, your emotional needs, your social well-being, all of that catered for, very easy to do, and you don't need a big budget for it.
And you need to have, again, leadership support for that.
Yes.
So when I went to a CEO presenting all that, I had a apprehension कि ये मना हो जाएगा इतना लंबा wellness month और ये सारी चीज़ें. But he was gracious enough to say कि नहीं do it perfectly and do it और जो भी whatever support was required was there from the leadership team. And he actually became a part of a lot of initiatives. So he used to play games with us and all that. And it wasn't just about the budgets, it was about his enthusiasm to actually incorporate this as a strategy for the organization.
And the culture, and we're going to
continue.
continue.
And the culture, of course, we're going to continue. That was just the start. So we're going to continue those initiatives the year round. And
I received an interesting email. There are federations and associations that as part of their training packages are now offering executive wellness retreats. Like I received in Karachi, where they have a panel of experts and trainers actually teaching executives like us about wellness in a 2-day retreat. So this one was I got for the Arabian Sea Country Club.
Wow.
And it's being done by a federation here in Pakistan. So even at a federation level, association level now, all of a sudden you're seeing in corporate Pakistan that there is an attempt to make senior level executives aware of the importance and the necessity of wellness and well-being at a senior level.
And I think when you take this initiative, you're basically sending all these positive messages back into the society as well, because जब कोई employee घर जाएगा वो they're going to talk to the family,
Yes.
the kids कि आज office में ये हुआ, this is what wellness is. So you just like igniting the spark and then
right.
which
they had somehow lost because ये होता है वही जो हमने बात की, stressors इतने हैं घर पे, financially हम बहुत एक crunched economy चल रहे हैं, of course, so all those things add up. So वो थोड़ा सा हमें एक breather मिल जाता है ना, जब हम सब काम छोड़ के 1 घंटे के लिए भूल जाते हैं, bond करते हैं, games खेलते हैं, हंसते हैं, तो it's all, it translates into more productive workforce and it translates into a happier workforce.
And I would say it makes a better human being.
Definitely.
इस पे किरदार का भी impact आता है फिर. Like, there is a difference. You tell me the difference in the person who goes home and says, what did you do? Because you spent all day, आप घर पे नहीं थे, आप वहाँ पे थे. And you go home and you say, what did you do? आज मैंने काम किया. Or the person who goes home to his family, to his wife, to his children, to their parents, so what did you do all day today? And that person says, today I made one person happy. Today I made one person smile. Today I planted a tree so that tomorrow the world is a better place. You tell me who's the happier person tomorrow morning.
That's true.
Who's going to have a better outlook? And if we just focus on these small elements, and this is something I keep trying to tell my team, because like doctors, HR loves to play doctor with the employees. So I have to keep controlling. And I said, look, you can't save the world. It's too big, don't even try. But this corner of the world, जिसमें आप हैं,
उसमें आप देख लेंगे क्या चेंज कर सकते
उसको बेहतर बनाएं.
बिल्कुल.
Then you see, and if everybody just does that, कि भाई ये दुनिया में या शहर में ये मेरा कोना है जिसमें मैं हूं, इसको अच्छा करना है. Just do that. And what do you need in order to do that? You yourself first need to be अच्छा. जिंदगी जीनी नहीं है. You have not to survive. You have to thrive. And if you are thriving and you make that little corner of your world a better place, imagine the impact you have on your family, on your friends, in the office, the people you work with. That's a force multiplier for positivity.
And on the contrary, if you are just surviving, so you're the one who's emitting all those negative toxic vibes wherever you go, and you're
हम
hurting
कराची में
people.
रहते हैं. We know a lot about negative toxic vibes.
And you're just like hurting people without sometimes even realizing it yourself.
True.
That you're taking off your stresses on the people around you just because you're just not in that space to have a pleasant conversation.
And most of these times, these
and
people...
you're amplifying other people's stresses.
Absolutely.
As well.
And most of these times, these people are the ones we love the most.
Yeah.
Because वो easily accessible होते हैं and they're around. So वो जाके आप सारी frustrations जो है ना घर वालों पर, अपने spouses पर, अपने बच्चों पर, अपने loved ones पर निकाल रहे होते हैं. But eventually that is what burnout does to you. So वही बात है, it all comes down to the first thing that we discussed, कि वो realization, and then realizing कि self-care is important. It's not a luxury, it's a necessity. So आप अपने लिए ख्याल करोगे, अपनी वेलनेस का, अपनी वेलबींग का ख्याल करोगे, तभी आप दूसरों के लिए एक बेहतर ह्यूमन बीइंग, एक अच्छा इंसान बन के दूसरों की केयर कर सकोगे. You can't keep pouring from an empty cup.
So, would want to talk a bit about physical health programs and their impact on employee productivity. So, physical health obviously includes your exercise and your nutrition, your sleep. But इसमें भी बहुत सारे biases attached. And when I say biases, I mean, so some people think that exercise is just to lose weight. हम पतले हो जाएंगे, हम पतले हैं तो हमें exercise की ज़रूरत नहीं
सही
है.
बात.
For example, right? Nutrition, घर का खाना खा लिया तो हम nutritious खा रहे हैं, regardless घर का खाना क्या है. Exactly. So I was coming to that. Sleep, broken sleep, एक घंटे की नहीं, हम we've slept 7 hours, although you're like waking up after every 1 hour. So can you, Jalal, starting with you, can you share some light on if we were able to make physical health programs more meaningful, what would they look like, and how can we drive this awareness in the workplace?
I'm going to let Dr. Amara handle that part of that because she's more qualified. Ultimately, मैं तो HR की नज़र से देखूंगा और HR की नज़र से the benefits are immediately clear. OPD usage, which is cash. Hospitalization cover, तो आपके जो medical benefits हैं जो आप employees को दे रहे हैं वहाँ पे आपकी saving है, आपकी absenteeism reduce हो रही है. And the people who are coming into office because they're looking after their physical well-being are mentally present, more resilient, more productive. So from an HR perspective, it's an eyes closed win. आपके पैसे भी बच रहे हैं on your benefits administration and you have a happier, healthier, more productive workforce. It's a no-brainer.
It's a no-brainer.
It's a no-brainer. But now, what is it about the physical components? I'm going to have the doctor on the couch answer that.
Of course, it's then again, and that's a no-brainer also because the more physically active you are,
इसको आप
and
थोड़ा
the
सा
better.
clarify करें in the sense that what does good nutrition look like?
All right.
Why do we need fitness even though we look slim and smart? And what does a good night's sleep even mean? Like, if you can just clarify these three components.
All right. So starting from physical fitness, even if you look slim and smart, I have personally, being a doctor, seen people with fatty liver diseases who looked slim and smart, but their liver had like kilos of fat on it because of our diet. So it is entirety की अगर आप उसकी बात करें fitness की तो it encompasses everything. It encompasses your sleep, it encompasses your diet, and it encompasses how physically active you are. So वो तीनों components go hand in hand. To make sure that you have a good night's sleep, you need to let go of the stresses. Then again, वो एक round circle वही बन रहा है कि we need to ensure that the well-being needs are met. Even if it's meditation for 5 minutes, even if it's taking up something as simple as yoga, stretches, making sure that before heading to the bed, you're not using your devices for a very long
important.
time. Yes, very important. So all these things translate into a better sleep. If I speak of my personal experiences also, I make sure that I don't use devices for an hour before heading to bed. I make sure I meditate for at least half an hour before, sleeping, and it has helped me immensely. I've moved from having to, having the need to take medicines to put myself to sleep. I sleep like a baby these days. So these are all the kind of initiatives जो मैंने अपनी life में भी incorporate किए, realizing कि self care starts from yourself. Before I start preaching others on what health and wellness and well-being looks like, I need to take care of my needs and I need to present the entire perfect persona. And I need to be very clear कि हाँ ये सब चीज़ें जो मैं लोगों को बता रही हूँ मैं खुद भी कर रही हूँ. So again, putting yourself first. So health may, of course, it's not just the exercise that you need to incorporate. It also you have to make sure that you have physical health checkups also. So once a year, maybe you go for your baseline blood test. You maybe किसी किस्म का पेन है उसको इग्नोर नहीं करें. किसी किस्म की आपको कोई भी तकलीफ हो रही है. Sometimes it keeps on adding up. So ऐसा नहीं है कि वो ये थोड़ा सा दर्द लेके आप बैठे हुए हैं, आप आखिरी मिनट तक वेट नहीं करेंगे जब तक आपका वो शोल्डर इमोबिलाइज नहीं हो जाएगा, आप जाएंगे नहीं डॉक्टर को. आप शुरू की उसमें यहाँ पुट योर सेल्फ फर्स्ट एंड थोड़ा सा भी अगर आपको कोई चीज़ बॉदर करिए, गेट योर सेल्फ चेक. As a doctor, I can't stress this upon enough कि we need to take care of ourselves and this body is like a temple. So you need to really take care of your body to enable you to live a healthier, happier life. And then again, what you're putting inside yourself is equally important. So तेल पे of course हाथ कम रखें. Include more leafy vegetables, salads into your intermittent. More fiber of course. Fat diet से गुरेज करें. That again as a doctor is my number one advice कि weight loss के लिए shortcuts नहीं ढूंढे. Incorporate good healthy eating habits into your lifestyle.
Dr. Amara, वैसे Aisha raises a very interesting point. And idea वैसे बुरा नहीं है. And this is something that we can also consider. Because it was such a simple question that Aisha gave, but it's so profound. Let's start educating our employees, and maybe this is something that you and I can work on. What does a good night's sleep feel like? What does it look like? I don't think these days a lot of people would even know what a good night's sleep even is. True. So maybe we can start educating our employees on that. And then when you eat a good, healthy meal, how should you feel afterwards?
Right.
Like socially, culturally, while you were talking, मैं यही सोच रहा था कि कि भाई नाना नानी या वालदैन से हम यही सुना था कि भाई पेट भरा हुआ होना चाहिए।
और घर का
That's
खाना
not the-
is good no matter
हाँ,
कितनी
तेल
मिर्ची है
में नहाया
उसमें,
हुआ
कितनी
खाना
तेल है.
हाँ, but
कुछ भी हो।
but is that a
ऐसे
good
ही है.
meal?
Yeah.
No, of course
Is
not.
that healthy eating?
Not at all.
So we're not exactly right.
Hmm.
But लेकिन ये बातें हमें पता चलती हैं when someone like you tells us.
Right, right.
So maybe we could start educating our employees on
Agreed.
this as a part of the next thing, because it just clicked with me. How many people do I know can actually answer this question? What does a good night's sleep look like?
Yeah.
Or how should a good, healthy meal make you feel immediately afterwards?
Right.
And these are very essential components of just us experiencing wellness. And we have no definition for this.
No.
So I
Right?
was
So then let's give this to our employees
Done,
next.
done.
And I was listening to this doctor today only, and he's practicing in the US, and he mentioned something really interesting. He said, if you wear this continuous glucose monitoring device just for 6 weeks, even if you don't have diabetes,
Right.
just to see कि कौन से foods आपको suit करते हैं, कौन से नहीं करते, which ones are the ones which are causing a blood sugar spike, because everybody has a different metabolism.
True, true.
But 6 weeks आप पहन के देखें and then customize your diet accordingly. You will set up yourself for wellness. और मैं YouTube पे ये सुन रही थी और नीचे जो comments मैं पढ़ रही थी, those are very interesting because those are real users talking, right? तो comments पे लिखा था कि oh, I am 72 years old, hardly been sick, I do my exercises regularly, Pilates, yoga, everything.
Wow.
Keep a check on my diet and that's it. That's it. अगर आप इकिगाई का जो कॉन्सेप्ट है उसको अगर आप एक्सप्लोर करें तो उसमें इफ दिस इज बुक बाय द वे ऑन दैट एज वेल, सो यू स्टडी दोज नेटिव कल्चर्स एंड व्हेन इट कम्स टू न्यूट्रिशन एंड what they're actually eating to live like 100 years and like not falling sick, you will realize कि उनकी diet is mostly composed of leafy vegetables.
True, true.
Oil, hardly any use
Hardly
of oil.
there,
ठीक
right.
है, bread भी है तो sour dough bread जो होती है उस पे वो बना रहे होते हैं. तो I think ये जो हमारा culture है, and I would like I don't think I should apologize for it, but ये जो सालन culture है, I personally feel it's super toxic. और सालन कल्चर इज आई थिंक स्लोली किलिंग अस, और एट द एज ऑफ 60 कोई ना कोई बीमारी हर बंदा या तो हाइपरटेंशन, डायबिटीज,
Sooner than that, you talk to
कुछ ना कुछ लेके
doctors.
बैठा होता है.
We've got
While
a
we were
diabetes
researching,
epidemic.
और बहुत सारे ज़ाहिर है वेलनेस इनिशिएटिव्स पे हम काम कर रहे होते हैं. बीइंग अ डॉक्टर ऑल्सो इट्स अ पार्ट ऑफ माई पार्ट एंड पार्सल ऑफ माई डे टू डे. So every third Pakistani is a diabetic. And every fourth Pakistani has hypertension.
Yeah.
So these are very alarming statistics for any country or any nation whatsoever. So वो वही बात है कि हम सोचते ही नहीं है. सालन घर का पका हुआ हो तो इट्स फाइन. अब वो सब्जी जो हमारे घर में पकती है, तो वो सब्जी
भुन
की
के
वर्स्ट फॉर्म होती है,
खराब हो जाती है
या और उसके पूरे न्यूट्रिएंट्स ज़ाया हो
Yeah.
चुके हैं. उस सब्जी से आपको कोई विटामिन या कोई फायदे की चीज़ नहीं मिल रही है. उस सब्जी से सिर्फ आपको थोड़ा सा फाइबर और बहुत सारा तेल मिल रहा
That's
है,
true.
and a lot of masalas.
That's true.
So that I absolutely agree that salan culture needs to change. सब्जी खानी है तो maybe raw खाओ, सब्जी खानी है तो सैलड बना के खाओ, और maybe
Yeah.
steamed खाओ.
Yeah.
But maybe as a nation हमें उस point पर आने में, उस literacy level तक आने में बहुत time लगेगा.
And you know, there's actually this study that oil, if you heat it at a certain temperature,
It loses
you
all
know,
its
it also becomes toxic.
toxic. Absolutely.
And not all oils can be heated at that frying temperature that we
That
do.
is
There's
being
certain
used in our
types of
households.
oil that you
Absolutely.
can heat.
Agreed. Reheating of oil is very toxic, and that's something we so commonly do.
Yeah.
Especially in days like Ramzan, we use the same oil over and over again for frying the pakoras. But it's very toxic. It's not supposed to be. It's not made to be reused. Once you've used it, you're supposed to discard it. But नहीं करते. हमारी बहुत सारी हैबिट्स ऐसी हैं, हम डे टू डे में देखें तो मे बी आई डोंट नो, आई really have serious concerns about what we feed into our bodies and how we are not taking care of our bodies like the way we should.
There's this book on gut health that I got recently, and I think I'll share it with you as well.
Sure.
So it goes into a lot of detail that how you can prevent long-term diseases like cancer, diabetes, and the kind of foods that you should be eating, and the kind of foods that you should be avoiding. And I personally, when in the past 3 to 4 months, when I changed my diet and I started including basil leaves and baby spinach in my omelette, and just making it in light olive oil, and I felt more energetic throughout the day. more full of life and more energized. So I think इस चीज़ का educate करने की बहुत ज़रूरत है कि what does good nutrition look like,
True.
what does a good night's sleep look like, and what does fitness look like, and why is that important? Like, why is strength training important? Even, you know, if you are look fit and smart, but strength training actually prevents muscle degeneration.
Joints degeneration also,
Because after
muscles are
30 you
eventually
start
supporting
losing
your
a
joints.
certain percentage of muscle mass every single year.
ये भी एक बहुत बड़ा मिसकंसेप्शन है कि मसल ट्रेनिंग से मतलब फॉर विमेन
हाँ, abs बनाने के लिए है, और या मर्दों की तरह आप लगना
I
शुरू
know
हो जाओगे.
women have this कि मसल ट्रेनिंग से तो मैं बल्कि लगूंगी या मेरे वो बाइसेप्स बन जाएंगे. That is not the case. Muscle training is just strengthening your muscles to take care of your bones and your joints better so that you're able to support yourself when you turn 60. आपको नी रिप्लेसमेंट और हिप रिप्लेसमेंट सर्जरीज की ज़रूरत नहीं पड़े. यू डोंट हैव फ्रैक्चर्स बिकॉज अगेन एज अ पॉपुलेशन वी हैव वेरी लो लेवल्स ऑफ विटामिन डी, वी हैव वेरी लो लेवल्स ऑफ कैल्शियम, बिकॉज वही बात है कि डाइट में हम वो चीज़ें खाते ही नहीं हैं. सो इवेंचुअली इट ऑल ट्रांसलेट्स इनटू 40 का भी कोई होगा या होगी वो घुटने पकड़ के सीढ़ियाँ चढ़े होते हैं एंड देन दे कंप्लेन कि जी हमारे तो घुटने अभी से जवाब दे गए हैं, मेरे तो शोल्डर्स अभी से जवाब दे गए हैं, आई हैव अ बैक प्रॉब्लम एंड वॉट नॉट. So it's all because of the poor dietary habits and the way we are not taking care of our bodies like the way we should. So वो हर चीज़ translate करती है and then eventually your body gives up on you and eventually you develop a lot of diseases like our population has, ironically.
True.
So it all then comes down to prevention कि हम सही टाइम पे
taking that proactive approach and having a wellness mindset.
Absolutely. Putting yourself first, analyzing कि आप कहाँ खड़े हो इस वक्त और आपको कहाँ पहुँचने की ज़रूरत है. दैट इज़ द फर्स्ट स्टेप दैट यू नीड टू टेक. एक दफ़ा वो अवेयरनेस आ गई ना आपके अंदर कि यू नीड टू इनकॉर्पोरेट दोट टाइनी चेंजेस. ओवरनाइट कुछ भी नहीं होगा. ओवरनाइट ना किसी की डाइट चेंज हो सकती है, ना किसी की स्लीपिंग हैबिट्स चेंज हो सकती हैं. बट द मोमेंट यू बिकम अवेयर कि there's something fundamentally wrong in the way I'm living my life is the moment you start taking the first tiny steps toward holistic well-being overall.
So Jalal, from the HR point of view, how can companies encourage active participation, especially when it comes to wellness programs? Any specific measures that they can take? Because communication, I think, is key. So how do you draft and frame your communication that way?
I think what we got right when we launched wellness in the company was we were very clear about the message.
And can you elaborate on that further? What does clarity even look like?
No, as in we understood what the message, we as a team knew what message we wanted to send our employees and how we wanted to send it. We knew that as a company and as an organization, what our plan was, why we were adopting wellness, what our objectives were for adopting it, and what our outcomes were that we were looking to hit. That's the clarity I mean. Okay. We knew we had multiple meetings, multiple brainstormings, everything, all of that. Even before we went to the CEO to get his final sign off on everything, we were able to hit that level of clarity. We were
clear on the why of it. Exactly. We were very clear as a team, as an organization. We knew why we had to do this.
And have it aligned with the CEO's vision and what the company's vision is.
Overall. So that, I think, translated into everything that worked out well
because
for
you see, once you have that, and then you start communicating, then it's just a question of how much of that is to be communicated, how, in what way, and when. And that any simple communication plan or any internal, आपके जो internal comms का role, whether it's a department or an individual or anyone in HR who's actually handling your internal communications, that in HR or marketing, they can design that for you. As long as you yourself as a company, as a department, as a function, you have to have the why clear in your head. Once you do that, because the channels of communication are exactly the same, but it's the message and the intent behind the message. Then you can start doing clever things. You can start doing innovative things on how you disseminate that message. There was a lot of what you call guerrilla messaging that we did.
Right.
Guerrilla messaging from guerrilla marketing, which is how you can use new and surprising ways
Catch people off guard.
Yeah, exactly. And we're lucky. Again, I would say we had as a company a lot of advantages that we could take advantage of. Like, for example, we had an entire building, and that building had an entire flight of stairs that people use every day. So then we could do clever things with messaging over there. We didn't just send out an email, you know. We looked at where our employees tend to congregate. When they aren't working, we looked at where are they standing together. And then we put our message there.
Like, for example, we have a cafeteria, right? So cafeteria ke pillars pe we had messaging around food. Okay, what you are, what you eat, and messaging like that. So it was a constant hammering. So lifts per we had messaging like use the stairs. Although we have the lifts, but the lifts are saying use the stairs. And on the stairs, the entirety of the building, we had those calorie counters. कि जिसमें हर step पर चढ़ने पर they're still there. So the moment you step in, you know कि इतनी stairs चढ़ने पर आपकी इतनी calories burn हो जाएंगी. So it was an entire mix of a lot of things that we did. It wasn't just because messaging करते maybe हर रोज email भी चला देते, थोड़ी देर बाद लोग emails पढ़ना बंद कर देते. अगर हम जाके events करते maybe लोग इतने सारे events से bore हो जाते.
Event fatigue. You get event
fatigue. हम sessions करते, people don't have the stamina to sit there for sessions anymore.
You need to embed it in your space.
Absolutely, and we did that by constant hammering throughout the 5 weeks that we engaged a person. But then it gave us the results. We had higher turnout for our gym. अगर उसमें 10 लोग, and we had that documented actually कि अगर 10 लोग पहले gym facility को use करते थे, the number has gone out to around 50 or 60 people now using the gym, and people are actually lining up for slots outside the gym now.
Great.
Because that awareness has been created. Interestingly, हमारे पास cafeteria है which serves food. So cafeteria के food के साथ we started disseminating the information कि calorie count कितना है हमारे foods का. So now people are making healthy choices there also. I hear those conversations sitting on the floor कि अरे यार मुझे तो पता ही नहीं था हलीम में इतनी calories होती हैं, अरे यार निहारी में इतनी calories होती हैं. People are actually getting more and more aware. तो वही बात है कि वो एक चीज़ दो चीज़ एक दिन दो दिन से नहीं होगा. वो जब आप अपने कल्चर में एम्बेड करोगे, इट्स अ प्रोसेस एंड इट्स अ स्लो प्रोसेस. एकदम ओवरनाइट लोग नहीं रेडी हो गए उस चीज़ को एक्सेप्ट करने के लिए, बट नाउ दैट दे हैव एक्सेप्टेड, वी आर सीइंग द रिजल्ट्स एंड दे आर वेरी पॉजिटिव रिजल्ट्स.
And let's just say that from an HR perspective, you have to be very clear. This isn't a workshop. This isn't a training program. Can be one and done. Employees को बिठा दिया,
it's not something we need to tick off.
It's not a box that you can tick exactly.
Right.
This is a journey, and you have to remain committed to it as an HR department. That this is for the betterment of our people and how we will look after them and how we will be treating them in the present and into the future. And with the understanding that it's a journey, then you can start working on the communications. One of my favorite things that you did is those teeny tiny little games that you put right outside the lift.
Right outside the lift, yeah.
So while you're waiting for the lift, you could actually play a small physical little game while you're waiting for the lift.
We now intend to place cycles outside.
Oh,
the stationary
standing. Yes,
stationary bikes. Yes, sorry. Stationary bikes outside. So while you're waiting for the lift, you can actually lose some calories.
I was going to have a health and safety conversation with you.
No. I'm mindful of all these concerns while deciding.
That's really interesting because my wife has one under her desk.
Yeah, so we intend to put that outside every lift. So अगर आपको stairs नहीं लेनी, despite all the messaging that we're giving you, you might as well use those 5 minutes waiting for the lift using that stationary bike.
Fantastic idea.
So वो वही बात है कि छोटी-छोटी बहुत सारी चीजें हैं. Overnight कुछ भी नहीं होगा, but if you have the right people, if you have the right mindset, the right why defined, and the right amount of passion in your teams, then I'm sure there's no stopping any organization.
And also mental, emotional well-being, physical well-being is easy because it's just so visible.
Clear cut है वो.
It's very visible. And there's a lot of material सालों से जो चला आ रहा है to support it. Mental and emotional is coming up now, despite decades of stigma against it in society. But now, thankfully, the realization is slowly seeping in and awareness is spreading that mental and emotional health is health. There are other components of what constitutes health and well-being for an individual now that I think we need to also start paying attention to and start looking at wellness and well-being as a more holistic concept. Financial well-being, for example.
Of course.
Financial well-being is a significant component of your life. And how is it that you're managing your savings? Are you protecting the futures of yourselves, your family, etc.? What you're doing
So-
now through Win. And another element is social and environmental well-being. Remember the example that I gave you earlier. It's good for your character, it's good for your soul to live your life that way. Are you just, after you've done taking care of yourself, what are you doing with that state of wellness and well-being that you have achieved for yourself, mashallah? Through all your exercises and all your hard work and all your meditations, you have achieved this level of wellness. The next level of wellness then becomes social and environmental. What am I contributing to the world around me? And am I receiving satisfaction from giving of myself to other people and making that contribution to the company, to the team, to society, to my family? That element of social and spiritual well-being also now is an element that I think organizations should also take a very close look at. And whether or not they are able to connect employees, either through their CSR program or through their vision and their mission, to those essential elements of their well-being. And providing employees the opportunities, whether it's through your HR budget or through your CSR budget, to actually engage in that.
Great.
And I think,
And
again,
if
as
I
a-
were to ask, just to sort of like wrap it up, what is the future of wellness-based insurance products, and how do you envision the future of health and wellness insurance in specific evolving?
right. So I was just coming to that we're not, as an organization, again with Win, we are not stopping at just the employee wellness. So we're taking it a step further. So Win the product, Win the proposition, Win the brand that we're going to launch is a step towards that. Okay, through insurance, because primarily at the end of the day we are a health and life insurance company. तो हम market में, हम पाकिस्तानी population के heart में through a life या health insurance product ही seep in कर सकते हैं. So integrating wellness into that baseline product, be it हमारी conventional unit linked life policy, be it through the corporate packages, be it through the inclusive insurance schemes that we have, कि हमारे पास बहुत सारे telcos के साथ collaboration में हम बहुत low value पॉलिसीज़ भी दे रहे होते हैं अपने यूज़र्स को, जिसमें मे बी 2 और 3 रुपीज़ के अगेंस्ट उनको सर्टेन अमाउंट ऑफ बेनिफिट्स मिल रहे होते हैं. सो वही बात है कि द एंटायर प्रोपोजिशन वो स्टिल नाउ लिमिटेड टू लाइफ या हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस की कोई ना कोई ऑफरिंग. वी आर नाउ एडिंग द वेलनेस बेनिफिट ऑन टॉप ऑफ एवरीथिंग दैट वी आर ऑफरिंग. सो स्टार्टिंग अभी हमारा एक छोटा सा मे बी स्टार्ट है, बट उस स्टार्ट को एक्सपैंड होके हमारी सारी ऑफरिंग के साथ इवेंचुअली लिंक होना है. तो चाहे हमारा कस्टमर 2 लाख की पॉलिसी ले, 2.5 लाख की पॉलिसी ले, या चाहे हमारा ये वो कस्टमर हो जो 2 रुपये की पॉलिसी पर डे के लिए लेता है, टू मेक श्योर दैट हिज घर के लोग आर सेफ इन केस ऑफ एन इमरजेंसी. सो उन सारी पॉलिसीज़ के साथ, उन सारी ऑफरिंग्स के साथ एक वेलनेस का एलिमेंट सम हाउ समवेयर अटैच्ड होगा. एंड बाय दैट स्मॉल इंटीग्रेशन वी आर गोइंग टू इंश्योर कि whoever thinks of EFU thinks not just of their financial security, but they think of their health, well-being and their wellness also.
And the happiness.
And the happiness, of course, because wellness आएगी तो happiness भी आएगी. So as a company, we have that great, mashallah, as a grand vision. And we all...
Every house in Pakistan
Every house in Pakistan is insured with us,
will
and every
be
house...
protected by EFU Life,
And they'll
will
be
be
living
healthy
a healthier, happier
and
life.
will be happy.
Owing to whatever EFU Life has offered them. So that's a very beautiful vision, I must say. And we're all in our small capacities trying to make that vision work for everyone.
वही ना, a mission that you can believe in and strive towards.
Absolutely.
And
So-
I think
As a part of
what's a life if you're not living it for
Fully.
a greater cause, and you're not making another person smile or just happy, even if it's for a few minutes.
True, true.
So just to like wrap it all up, I think it was a fantastic session.
Absolutely.
And,
Thank you for having
it-
us.
It's a
and
mutual
it was
feeling, I
so
think.
great learning about all the initiatives that you have been taking at your workplaces, and how inspired and energized you are to drive that impact. Because वही बात है कि if we sort of have set that intention, each one of us for ourselves, और हम
Right.
अपने अपने corners में, as Jalal
Hmm.
mentioned, कि हम वो impact लाना शुरू कर दें, तो I think very slowly we can drive things towards betterment. Again, I would like to reinforce कि पाकिस्तान की ग्रोइंग पॉपुलेशन है, मेजॉरिटी जो है इसमें मिलेनियल्स की और यंग लोगों की पॉपुलेशन है,
Gen Zs.
और सब पाकिस्तान छोड़ के नहीं जा सकते, तो
Absolutely.
हमें वी हैव टू मेक थिंग्स वर्क ओवर हियर, स्टे एनर्जाइज, स्टे कमिटेड, और इट स्टार्ट्स फ्रॉम अस.
Us,
हम जब
absolutely.
तक अपने आप में वो बेहतरी नहीं लेके आएंगे, अपनी वेलबींग के बारे में नहीं सोचेंगे, वी कैन नॉट drive that change, drive that impact in the people around us. So it's very, very important to start with ourselves. As Jalal mentioned very early on, कि दिन में से 5 मिनट 10 मिनट अपने लिए निकालें, सुकून से बैठे, आंखें बंद करें, just take a stock of yourself, where you are tight, what's bothering you. And I think those 10 minutes are probably going to change your life and provide you more space for reflection and for change.
Absolutely.
So with that, thank you very much.
Thank you for
so
having
much
us.
for having us. Thank you for the invitation.
And thank you everyone, and I really, really hope that you're able to take some benefits out of our conversation, and kuch cheezein, even if there are 2 to 3 things that you would probably like to drive that change today, please do that. But the key is to start taking action now. Thank you everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.